It's a new year. Is it time for a new do? Sometimes even the littlest change can be the biggest confidence booster, but it is tough to keep up with the trends. Am I right? So we're going to help you today. We've got stylist Crystal Miles in the house. She's going to tell us what's hot. How you doing, Crystal?
I'm doing great, thank you.
I feel like this is the first time we've talked to you in person in a little while. So
It
this
has
is
been
wonderful.
Yeah.
So tell us, hair, what's trending right now?
Well, I think, the first thing that you need to understand is that there's all different kinds of trends for different lengths of hair. So you've got your short hair trends, which I think are very wispy, kind of textury. We're going to see a lot more bobs this year. I think there'll be more of a blunt cut bob, like around the chin length.
Okay.
Not so inverted or stacked up, but kind of blunt, but still a little textury on the ends. I think that will be really popular for the shorter hairstyles. Bangs, and more bangs.
Bangs!
Bangs are where it's at, for sure. I think if you have longer hair, we're going to see a lot more layering this year. So for the longer hairstyles, it was a little bit of the fringing around the face, but not much in the back, that post, wanting to get back out into the world a little bit mindset, I think is going to come back, and we're going to see some layers and some sexy hair kind of come back. So that sounds like fun, right?
I think it sounds like a great time. Here's my question to you. How do you get the confidence if you haven't had bangs for a long time? How do you get the confidence to just go bangs?
Well, I think, again, it's important to talk to your stylist. Make sure your face shape and your, sometimes, like, I have a really small forehead. So to wear straight across bangs can be a little bit more challenging because my forehead isn't very long. Whereas if your forehead's really long, bangs is a great way to kind of cut that off.
Obviously, this year is our Delmarva Life. It's our 10th anniversary year. It's our big year. We're fired up. And this is kind of making us look back a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're thinking back to 2012 trends. What was hair in 2012? What were we doing?
Yeah, so, like I was saying earlier, we've got still that kind of textury look to hair in 2022, going into 2022. 2012, it was a little more sleek. A lot of side swooping kind of bangs were happening back then. Just a little bit of angling, more simplistic, I would say, in a lot of ways. And for hair coloring, some peekaboo pieces of color were happening back then. The money piece is still really popular coloring wise. I think it's changing because it's interesting. I'm seeing a lot of, like for your hair, for example, it may be that color and just a soft brown balayage. So you would still kind of stay in the same framing. Whereas back in 2012, you would just have some peekaboo pieces kind of coming through. Even the pixie cuts back then were more femininely soft, whereas I feel like we have a little bit more edge to them still. A little funkiness, retro look from the 70s. So.
Well, now speaking of hair through the years, Crystal, you're always up with the trends. You always have your hair, doing what's hot that time. So we want to talk to you and show you a little bit of the hair that we've seen on Crystal through the years. So here's our 2014 picture.
Yes.
We got not too different from right now.
Right. A little bit more of a beachy wave there, and whereas mine is a little disconnected. Still had a little bit of bangs and, more of a slightly inverted bob there, whereas I think the new bobs are going to be a little more straight.
Straight bob. Then we'll go to 2015.
Oh, yes. There I am. I was expecting child very shortly after that.
How exciting.
Yes. So that is my red hair. And you can see the curls in that are very, very different. Again, that style was really popular back then to have the really uniform curls, whereas now it's much more free.
Yeah, definitely. 2016, we still got some curls.
Still got some
curls.
Love
the poof, though.
The poof, and you started to see during that time that kind of brighter pieces in the face framing was starting to come in. It just wasn't quite as chunky then.
Right.
So, yeah.
Makes sense. How about this?
There's some bangs. So see, I told you, it's hard for me to wear those bangs. It kind of cuts off my face a little bit, but I was willing to try it out. So I think the bangs, though, even for 2022 are going to be even chunkier, even more, mullety almost, heavier in the bang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then when you went short.
Yes. Love the short hair. So much fun. Again, if you've never had short hair and you have long hair, it's good to try it out. And a bob, which this is a bob. Now it's shaved underneath. You can't really tell that in this picture. Yes, and that is something that is kind of still back in because, again, I hate to even say it, but the mullets have come back in,
Right, they're back.
especially for the guys. But, you know, for girls, that shaving kind of came back in. Not seeing quite as much of that happening, but I do think that it's cool to kind of try a bob out if you've never done it. It's a very classic look for all women.
Well, if you say anything, we're going to do it, you know, because we trust you. You're a style girl, you know?
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on today, and
appreciate
hopefully we're going to have you on more throughout the year talking all the other styles. We got to talk nails, we got to talk skincare, so
Absolutely.
It'll be fun.
Absolutely.
All right.
Sounds good. Thank you.
good times. And everybody, good luck with the hair.